What's up guys, I'm PawsBuild, and today we're going to be continuing our ethical zoo in Planet Zoo franchise mode. In the previous video, we made a very large habitat to house a very small group of capybara because we knew that we wanted to add the maned wolf and giant anteater into the habitat, and that's exactly what we're going to do in this video. And our capybaras are settling in nicely. Look at them running out of their little area. They're so cute. Now, a lot of you did say that perhaps this water area we have over here, like whilst they're enjoying it, it could be bigger. And we have got to think about the other animals that are going in this habitat, because today we're going to put in the maned wolf and the giant anteater. But I think there's definitely room to expand the water areas and make some like really shallow pools for them to splash around in. So I think we may do that. We've got to watch our cache, but it is going up quite a lot. So we just need to give it a bit of time and it'll be absolutely fine. I used the terrain tools to add a bit more of a shallow area that we could add the water into. And then I just replaced the water area and moved the plants out of the way that were now in the water. Okay, I think that's a much bigger water area for them now. And we've still got this little kind of drinking pool over here. I may move the duck actually, because it doesn't really make sense to have it here when this isn't like the playing area. Like this is the playing one, and then the other one is more of like a drinking one. So there we go, we've got the duck in there, we've got the sprinkler here as well, and we've just moved the vegetation out, and it's starting to rain anyway, so there's gonna be water everywhere. But I feel like this gives them a lot more. And when we look at the areas now, they've got way more than they actually need. So we're definitely hitting that requirement. And there's still 7,000 meters squared of space, which is loads. So I think they're pretty good now. And thanks everyone for your comments. It's a really good idea to put some more water in. We wanted to make it as ethical as possible for these guys, which basically in this case just means making it exactly what they need, or well beyond what they actually need, and like more what they want. So that's the aim anyway. Oh look, are they going to play with the little water spout? They're thinking about it. They're so cute. I think we've hit, yeah, they could have more nature actually as well. But they're happy. We need to look at when we put the other animals in, what they want. And the only reason I was hesitant with the water before is because the other ones don't need water other than to drink. Like they don't play in water or swim or anything. But these little guys, they love it. This is fairly shallow, though it is higher than their body level. So what I might do as well is just pause the game, remove the water, and just make kind of like an area over here that's a little bit more shallow again. There we go. I think that's better. Now we've got like this quite a large area here where you can see it's really shallow, and then it's slightly deeper there for the actual like waterfall area. Because you guys were saying that if they could kind of be half submerged in the water, that would be ideal for them. So hopefully that is good. We need to find our capybara now. Let's have a look again at the requirements. Okay, so they've got a bit less, but it's hopefully more suited to what they actually need, and it's still more than double what they actually, what they require. So, seeing as it's just for them, I feel like this is probably good enough. Look at them drinking. Oh, they're so cute. Oh, and another thing, which is completely irrelevant, so I have no idea how I just thought of it now, is that we have our guest facilities and no bins. So this is going to be a problem. We need to have a look at our bins, benches, and security, and put in some benches so our guests can like revitalize their energy, and also put some bins in. Now, the benches aren't as much a concern at this point because they've not really got that far to go. There's just one animal here, and then they're going to go home. So they're not going to run out of energy as easily. But we do need to put some bins in because they're already starting to litter everywhere. And we have got a caretaker. I say that and I can't see any litter. But these guys are going to start throwing whatever they have on the floor pretty much immediately. So we need to just make sure we're ready for it when they do start. When they do finish their meals and want to get rid of everything. I think it would be cool as well to have the bins themed around the area as well. So we've got these South America bins and like the benches as well, which I think would be cool to use. So, especially because this has a giant anteater on it. Oh my goodness, this is perfect. Okay, well, we'll put some benches in and we'll put some bins in the South America theme around this habitat here. Okay, I think that is probably enough benches and bins. We've got lots of them around the place now. And we should have a look at our vet research. Oh, and we've done it. There we go. You say it and it'll happen. So we've already got 4 toys. I think we already had these, but we've unlocked food level 2 and we've got an education bonus, which is perfect. So let's look at our food. If we look at our animals, we can click on food and give them the grade 2 quality food, which is so much better, which is perfect. We're really doing a good job. Now, we need to look at the next animals we're going to get for this habitat, the maned wolf and the giant anteater. Now, when we look at the Zoopedia for the maned wolf, we can see they're near threatened species, 17,000 in the wild, and they live in groups of 1 to 2. So there's up to 1 male and 1 female. We'll have 1 of each. We can see if we look at the natural habitat that if there's 2 of them and they've got like 2 babies, then they need about 1,500 meters squared of area. They don't need any water or climbing, and they're happy with grade 2, taller than 3 meters. So the 3 meters, I'm hoping this is sufficient because this should be 4 meters, but obviously like the design dips down. So we'll have to see how like the game handles that and whether that's okay or not. But I think it should be. So let's grab a couple of these. Now, how long do they live? That's a key point. They live to be 14 and they can breed from 2 years. Okay, this seems fine. And they can breed until death. That's what you want to know. So these 5-year-olds are actually okay. We could probably get one of these. So let's just have a look at their appeal and see who is the most interesting. Right, these 2. The most expensive ones, shockingly. Let's grab this one from Frontier Zoo, this female, and this male from Frontier. So if we're getting them from Frontier, it means that they won't be related, which is perfect because we can use them for breeding. And let's send both of these to our quarantine building. Now, this is just going to check if they're injured or sick before we actually put them into the habitat and risk infecting the capybara that are in there. Look at the sunset that we've got. It's so pretty. Wow. I love it. I love it. Also, if you're wondering how I've got these, like, all the terrains all sculpted, for lack of a better word, I've clicked on the sculpted terrain when I started the franchise zoo. So it's one of the terrain options. You can either have it flat or you can have it be sculpted. But I just thought it'd present some unique terrain challenges to us. Oh, and it's nighttime and it's dawn. Everyone can start their grueling, insanely long shifts. Everyone could enjoy that. I'm sure our employees absolutely love us. Now, our wolves have just passed quarantine, so I am going to put them both into the habitat with the capybara, and then we're going to have to change the habitat to suit their needs. Our money is kind of up and down, but we are earning a lot of profit overall, so it will be going up. We just need to give it some time. And look at them. They've got the level 2 food. So I didn't actually check the level 1 food for comparison, but I'm assuming it's got more like fruits and like more nutritious stuff in it as well. Look at them running over. They're so hungry. I just think they're so adorable, the capybara. Look at them. These are all the females. Where's our male gone? Oh, the wolves are in. Wow. Look at you. Wow, is this our female? It's our male. Look at this guy right here in the sunlight. Look at him go. He's beautiful. Now, he's probably not super happy with the environment. Oh, he's okay. Let's just check. No, he needs a bit more long grass, so that's fine. We can definitely play around with that. Let's get our painting and add in some long grass. I'm going to put this over this side of the habitat a little bit more. Now, he is happy. Let's just check how our capybara feel about it still. They're still happy. This is good. So we've met his terrain needs. He's got enough hard shelter. We could look at adding another hard shelter option because there are going to be multiple animals in here. I'm not sure if they'd want to sleep in the same enclosure, but they may also just sleep outside. So we can see. Let me know in the comments what you guys think if we need another hard shelter option, because it is just going to eat into their land space is the only problem. But they need a bit more enrichment. They're happy with, so it's a good thing we didn't add more plants because they're kind of at the top end of what they like. So that's good. But they do need some enrichment. So let's have a look in our habitat. Enrichment items. Maned wolf. Now we've got some things here. Some things are a little bit different. So we've already got a sprinkler, which is perfect. Let's add a dog ball. A blood scent marker by this tree over here. A bamboo feeder. Now let's put the feeders near the fence, near the viewing areas. A block of ice can go here as well. And then we've got a prey-scented sack, which we can put by this tree. And then we've got a large ball. And I always hate adding in cardboard boxes, but I know that animals love them. And I do kind of love that it says Gulpy on it as well. So they've got an endless supply. We've got Gulpy right here. They've got an endless supply of cardboard boxes that their drinks come in. So it's a way of recycling, I guess. And the animals love them. Look, that's the first thing they've gone over to is the cardboard box. Let's see how they feel now. So they're 100% enrichment. They've probably got loads more than they need to. And crucially, they've got an interspecies bonus, which is perfect. So they are sharing with another animal. Ooh, we've taken out the water here and not replaced it. So I'm going to put the water back in there. That's better. Oh, it's got a lot of long grass here. I'm just going to take away the long grass from this section. It doesn't need to be this big because that looks a little bit strange. And then I'm just going to amend just to make sure that we've still got enough long grass. That's fine. We could always add a little bit more kind of around the water area. There we go. The capybara are still okay. They are. That's perfect. Where's our male? I want to find our male capybara now. If we go on animals, he is at the bottom. Diego, currently. Oh, there he is. It was him. I was literally looking at him like, where's our male? So we've got both of them in here now. And they're having a good time. I hope our guests love them as well. Now, we need to change our education to not just show off the capybara, but also show off the maned wolves. So let's put the maned wolf on. I'm going to leave the capybara on the sides, the maned wolf and the giant anteater in the middle. I think that's how I'm going to do it. So let's have a recurring theme going across. And then it's slightly more education for the capybara, but hey, we love them. We can always add more of these along the side as well. Just move these down here. So there's one of each. And yeah, there they are. They look quite cool. They're very like red orange, aren't they? Like a very vibrant color, which is cool. Now you have to let me know in the comments what you'd like our maned wolves to be called. So currently it's Jonas and the other one's over here. Jonas and Andressa, but we're going to give them new names for the new zoo. And we actually need to rename our capybara, so I'm going to do that now. Now our male is going to be the highly requested Quandale and female Gort, and they're named after the Urban Rescue Ranch capybaras. Then we're going to have Brownie, who's in a massive slumber right now. And we've got another one in here who's going to be Julia. Julia's pregnant as well. That's amazing. Over here, we're going to have Pipoca, which is popcorn in Portuguese. Then we're going to have Caroline, Clementine, who's on a run. And finally, Callie, who's saying hi to our guests. Okay, so the next animals we need to get in here are the giant anteaters, which are actually vulnerable because there's only 5,000 in the wild, which is crazy. They again live in groups of 1 to 2, so it's going to be 1 male, 1 female to breed them. And they need, if they have 2 babies, like 800 meters squared. So it's really easy. Oh, one thing we didn't check. Now I was about to talk about barriers. Is can our animals leave? Like, can the maned wolves escape? No. Perfect. Okay, that's really good. We don't want them to, so that is perfect. And they have more than enough space as well. So that's really, really good. Now, our anteaters need the grade 2 fencing and more than 1.25 meters. So what we have is very far beyond what they actually need. They're sexually mature at 4 years old and they're sterile at death. So again, really easy to breed. We just need to make sure that they're They're not too old because they only live to 16. So let's have a look at them on the animal trading. Okay, we've got giant anteaters here. We've got a couple. Let's sort them by appeal, because again, we're only having 2. There's a younger female here that's 900 credits, which I might actually get because she's pretty good. And we have a lot of credits right now. So I'm going to get this female. And for the male, they're very similar in appeal. I'm tempted to get the younger male because they're already 7 and they only live to 16. So let's get that male as well. And then we've got both our anteaters. Let's send them to quarantine. Let the vet check them over. There they go. The vet's going. Let's have a look at what our guests think as well. The zoo's pretty small. The ticket price is fair, which is good. And, you know, they've got decent views. It depends on where you are in the habitat, but the focus isn't to provide insane views of the animals. Obviously, it's about the ethics of having the animals and making sure that they've got what they need rather than having guests able to see them at every angle and giving them no privacy whatsoever. So I think there's a good amount of viewing around here. You can definitely see some animals. It's just if the AI of the guest wants to come and see capybara and then they get an amazing view of the Maned wolves, they may just like look past them and try and find the capybara on the other side of the habitat. It's not quite going to work, but I think it's pretty good. For real life zoo, this would be very much reasonable. Like, you can walk the whole way around, and a view like that is insane of the Maned wolves. So I'm happy with it. Now, another thing we should get while we've got a little bit of cash now is an information center, because this is going to sell donations again for our animals through sponsorships. It's like animal sponsorships. But it's also going to sell audio guides which improve our guests' education of our animals, which you can see they're already running up and buying them, which is perfect. But yeah, they have these adoption packs. They also sell umbrellas, but I don't really think people are going to need them as much in Africa. I don't know. Maybe that's just me being wrong. But it did rain earlier, actually, didn't it? It did rain, so there is going to be a bit of rain. So on the off chance, they've got umbrellas too. But look at them, they're just loving their hamburgers at the minute. Look absolutely disgusting. They're so yellow. Oh, our male's past their quarantine, just waiting on the female now. It's unfortunate that the quarantine is just like a black void if you go inside. Like there's nothing here. Whereas if you go inside any of the other buildings, they've got like this beautiful interior. You could, you know, like, it's a shame, but hey, it is what it is. We get the animals from the void. Now we've got both of our anteaters. Let's move them into our habitat. We have to change the name of this habitat as well now to be Capybara, Maned Wolf, and Giant Anteater, which is quite a mouthful. I think they probably need to train up all of our staff as well, because they are at the lowest level. So let's just train up everyone. You can actually do it by clicking everyone and then train them up here. I don't know why I select them all individually, but you have the option. And I'm going to put everyone to work on the central hub too, and then just make sure that all of the central hub captures all of these shops as well, because then it means that they're not restricted to only work in one shop and they can kind of float between. Oh, our anteaters have arrived. Here they are. This is our male. Wow, look at him. Running straight for the cover of the trees. They're so funny, like their hands are so interesting. Now they are actually okay with everything in their habitat, including plant coverage. They do probably need a little bit more enrichment. Let's just see. Do we have anything else? Yes, we've got a few things. So we can put a forage box in. Let's put that over here, because we've not got a lot over here, and a slow feeder too. And then none of these trees really go with what we have. So I'm going to put, instead of like a scratching tree that's one of these two, I'm going to put a bark one in just near this tree that they can use, and a herb scent marker over here. And they've already got a dog ball and a large ball. Let's just put a large snowball in as well, because why not? The Maned wolves will use them as well, and then everyone's happy. Now this should be at 100%. Yeah, they're very happy with everything, which just means we've created a habitat that really works with the animals, I guess. Like they all have similar needs. What's great is to see as well that they're gonna, on the enrichment, they've got a 40% interspecies bonus now, because they're living with a diverse range of suitable habitat mates, which is cool. And like, this is the female as well. She's awesome. She's gonna be great for breeding. Giant anteaters visit 200 ants nests and eat up to 30,000 insects in a day, which is ridiculous. They also have no teeth and very limited jaw movement, and they can only open their mouth enough to stick their tongue out and collect ants. But don't feel too sorry for them because the giant anteater's tongue is 45 centimeters longer than the length of their skull. The giant anteaters also have no stomach acid, and they use the formic acid made by the ants they eat to digest their food. In order to get water, giant anteaters dig large holes, which are then used as water holes by many other animals. But I feel like we've kind of done their job for them in this zoo. Unfortunately, the giant anteater is a vulnerable species, and its population decreased by 30% between the year 2000 and 2010. Their habitat is currently under threat through deforestation and the expansion of agriculture, and they're also really badly impacted by wildfires, hunting, car collisions, and dog attacks. The good news is that the giant anteaters are protected when their home range falls within the nature reserves, and there are captive breeding programs in zoos which reintroduce them into the areas where they've gone locally extinct to prevent population fragmentation. But there's currently only 5,000 left in the wild. Now we can see from adding in the additional animals and from putting in the information center, I imagine, we've boosted our profits massively. So we are earning a good amount of money from this zoo. Let's have a look. Yeah, this is already earning money for us. All of our shops should be doing quite well. So they are a great way to get money. It's also very dark. Like the dawns are beautiful, but very red. Like it's quite cool though. Let me know if you guys want me to move the opening hours a little bit later, or to kind of enjoy the red aesthetic of the morning here. Got our Maned wolf just staring us down, motionless. Oh, they're staring at the other one. Okay, they're locked in a staring contest. Or the capybaras move around them. That's so funny. I wonder if that's part of their like mating process, is just to stare each other down. Look at the hordes of people we have now. This is getting insane. I love it. This is doing really well. We've got so many guests entering now. We've got almost 400 guests in the zoo, and they've all come for one habitat. So let's have a look at what they think again. They're probably thinking, yeah, wow, that like they love seeing all of them together. That's great. And they think that the ticket price is great. So we could probably boost the ticket price a little bit and put a toilet in too. Let's just say it's 7 for an adult and 5 for a child now to get in. We are going to pay a good amount of land tax for this zoo because we're having a lot of space. So we have to keep that in mind when we're doing this. And another thing I think we should do is go into facilities. Under media devices and education, there is a habitat web camera. Now we're going to put this in all of our habitats, and basically this is like a, you can use it as a sleeping cam, I guess, but we can broadcast this on our website of our zoo, supposedly, and improve our marketing score. And I think you get 0.5 for every camera. So let's just put one here and we can enter the camera view. This is what we'd see. So you can see them sleeping in here, obviously, if they're in here. I'm just going to keep the camera in this room because this is like the main sleeping area, and the other one is more of like a secondary sleeping area. But we can see our marketing has gone to 1/2 a star now, or at least somewhat of a star. So it's giving a bit of a boost. And if we add these in all the habitats, that should hopefully be enough marketing generally for our zoo. So that's the plan anyway. And we won't have to do any like paid marketing campaigns. But if we need to, we will. I mean, I'm not opposed to doing like a cereal box advert. I think that's really cute. Oh, someone's knocked the ball in the water. Who was that? Oh, both of them have gone in the water. Is that you? Clementine's being naughty. Look at them swimming. But yeah, I think I'm happy with them having this like shallow area here too, where they can just play a bit, and then they can also go deeper into the water if they want to. Seems like they like to swim though, because they're always trying to go in the deeper parts of the pool. We should maybe increase the maintenance of this habitat, because there are quite a lot in here. Oh, they're already coming every month. I'm going to put the vet every 3 months just to check up, because we've got a lot more animals in here than like a normal habitat. So if we double how often the vet comes and checks up on everyone, I think that's good. And it's probably time that we did some beautification to our zoo. So I am going to build a nicer staff area for some of these staff buildings. Now I've just moved the staff room and the keeper hut over to this side because I'm going to put the research building over here. And I am going to delete the small research center and place the large research center in its place, because we're going to be doing a lot of research here. So at least that's the plan. I always start my buildings by laying out the shape of the buildings. I feel like it's quite a good framework to work from. So I'm just using the New World wood pieces to do this now. And now I'm just using some other wooden pieces to make a wooden flooring, which kind of covers the staff paths we've got in there. I also relayed the paths with the set exchange so that they don't have the curbs on them, because then the curbs stick over the floor otherwise. Oh, one of our capybara is about to have a baby. Their offspring's imminent. Oh yes, our first baby. Which is perfectly timed because we've just run a little bit low on cash. So we need to take a pause in our building of the staff building. They're going to find a nice comfy spot and then they're going to have the first baby in the zoo. How cute is that? Our first baby. Look at them. Oh, there's two of them. Look at their little faces. Oh, there's three. There's three. We've got 3 babies. How cute are they? Oh, I see everyone's come to see now. Everyone's come to see the babies. Oh, they're adorable. This one is going to be called Adam. This one is going to be called Anna. And then the final one is going to be called Carrie. Look at all of them. We just improved our, is it herd? Our herd size? I don't know what it is. Also, it rains a lot here for what I was expecting. Like the grasslands of Africa, I didn't think was a very rainy place. I obviously know nothing about the climate. I'm just going to finish off this staff building we were started to make. Okay, we've got a slight issue with the staff room because there's not enough with space, which is odd because we don't, we have enough staff rooms. Oh, we are going to have to reselect all these buildings as well because in moving them, I think we must have messed up with the system or something. I don't know. Oh, there's no power. That's why. Okay, that's fine. We just need to put another power source. In fact, let's just move these buildings to the edge of where we're building. And for now, they can just sit here. And that way we don't need a new power source for them and everyone can use the staff facilities now and the keeper hut. So that's good. So now I'm just moving the solar panel to a place that I think fits a little bit better and then covering it with some of the decorations so it kind of incorporates it into the building. And then I'm also changing the paths out the front so it kind of ties in better with the building. And we need to build something around the ugly water treatment tank at the back. So we're kind of building a little housing unit for it. And then I wanted to add a small enclosed garden to the front of the building to just add a little bit of brightness to the staff's day. When they start their 14-hour shift here. And I noticed we have a couple of challenges that we've got now. So we've placed 2 different habitat species. We've actually placed 3 out of 2. Well done us. And we've got at least 300 guests in the zoo. We've got 500. So we basically just earned ourselves a couple of grand quite quickly. And we could carry on designing the staff building. Now I'm starting on the roof of the building. The plan is to do an initial wooden layer and then put a wooden border around the edge of the building and turn it into a green roof on top. And now that's done, it's mulch time. We're going to lay a layer of mulch across the roof of the building, which is going to serve as the base layer of the green roof. And we also add it to the front garden too. Mulchy. Now we're going to start adding the plants to the roof. And for this, I'm going to use plants that are found in the African grasslands because that's where the zoo actually is. And I feel like it makes the most sense to grow those here. Oh, our Maned wolves are mating. Oh my goodness. Look at them. Are they pregnant? That's the question. Yes, they're due December year 4. So we're in year 4 now. So that's this December. They must have a gestation period of like 6 months because we're in June. Is that 6, 7? I don't know. It's about that. It's about half a year. We're in summer right now, as you can tell, because the rain has stopped and it's sunny skies. That's what we like. I keep getting the notification for like the community challenges, which I'm not doing. So that's why the community like award keeps coming up for the challenges, but it's not actually something that we've got. It's not a zoo challenge for our own zoo. It's just like a community thing. Oh, capybaras. Oh, Caroline's about to mate as well. We just missed the mating, but she's about to have offspring too. Year 5. There we go. September year 5. She's got a bit more of a weight. Look at Quandale. You dog. And I'm just going to carry on building up the nature. And we've got our first inspection report. Okay, we've got good for cleanliness, but very bad for education. So we do need to have a look at that and see if we can improve it. Right now, I'm just going to pause the game and finish up decorating this section here. Now, I've just fast forwarded the game a little bit, so we've got a bit more money. And I've seen as well, we're about to have our Maned wolf offspring, like our first ones. So that's very exciting. I also realized that I don't know if the Maned wolves can actually use the feeders that we've got. It doesn't look like, yeah, so they have the food bowls instead of the troughs we've got. So I'm going to put a nice food bowl in for them as well. And I'm going to whack that. Maybe we should put this over here on this side where the anteaters are. We'll put the food bowl in the middle there. And then that gives them an opportunity to feed from that if they don't want to feed from the... Oh my goodness! They've had a baby! Louisa! Oh, they're so cute! Look at them! Oh, they're adorable! They're taking their first steps outside. The Maned wolf has particularly long legs, maybe not this little one, which is an adaptation for hunting in long grass. And they have particularly strong smelling urine that's used for marking their territory. Despite its name, the Maned wolf isn't actually a true wolf. It's the only member of the genus Chrysochion, which translates to golden dog from Greek. The Maned wolf cubs are black at birth and their fur gradually changes to red as they age. And Maned wolves are omnivores, which means in the wild up to 90% of their diet is made up of the wolf apples, which is the fruit of a tree native to the Cerrado. Unfortunately, the Maned wolf is near threatened due to habitat destruction, persecution from farmers, sport hunting and live capture. And it's thought to have gone extinct in most, if not all, of its historic ranges in Uruguay. A lot of their suitable environments in their native range are turned into agricultural land, and increasing urbanization means they're often killed on roads or catch diseases from domestic dogs. And whilst they are a protected species across much of their range, the enforcement of the protection is lacking. Conservation efforts for the Maned wolves revolve around raising awareness about vaccination rates in domestic dogs and road safety, as well as conducting research into the Maned wolf endocrinology in the hopes of improving their reproductive success. So hopefully we'll have a little bit of luck in this zoo and we can do a little bit for them. There's currently 17,000 left in the wild. Now, I think we have enough money to finish off this staff building, so I'm going to start doing it now, and I'm going to leave it on play, but if any other events come up, I'm going to pause it and finish it before they happen. Now that I'm finished with the plants, I just wanted to add a little bit of detail to the entranceway, and then start detailing the walls and adding windows and doors where I thought we needed them. And then the mulch was creeping in, so I had to put another layer of a wooden roof on. Now we've finished our staff building, and I think it looks really cute. We've got like a nice green roof using the plants from the African grasslands, which is where we are with the zoo. And we've got a little outside area as well for our staff to look on a little bit of the plants themselves, because they're not going to see the ones on the roof. Even though it is really good for the environment to have them, they're not going to see them. So we're giving them a little bit of that there, so they have a taste of it. And then if we look around the back, we've got outside access to the water pump, which our engineers can get to. And it's nice and hidden away as well. And we also have around the front a nice solar panel, which has a little maintenance, what would you call that? Maintenance panel on it, which they can access and fix the solar panel too. I would like to have the solar panels on the roofs, but it's just a little bit unrealistic in this game because the engineers actually have to go up to them and maintain them quite a lot. So I don't really think that's going to happen. And on the inside, we've got our animal trade center, our quarantine. We've put in a staff toilet. Now, I did want this to be gender neutral, but they've kind of only got signs that have male and female on it. So I've just put them both under the same door, and we know what that is. It's a gender neutral toilet. Because why would you not? Because it's gender neutral at home. Then we've got a large research area for our vets to do some research on our animals. And we've got a nice veterinary surgery, which is really cool. We put the roof in, as you saw, so it's nice wooden roofs everywhere. But these areas are so cool. Like, look at all the equipment and everything. Even the folders are cool. Surprised at how excited I am by folders, honestly. But hey, and they've got these, like, look, is that gloves? It's so cool. Oh, I love it. I love it. Now, this is definitely a welcome addition to our zoo, and I'm sure our staff are going to love it. We do need to build the other building, but I think we may do that in the next episode. Oh, look at Louisa joining her mom and dad eating. That's so cute. Oh, I wonder what they're eating. You guys can probably tell me in the comments what Maned Wolves normally eat. And also, please do give name suggestions for them. We've got a little baby now as well, so we need a name for Louisa because she can't stay Louisa forever. She has to change. Everyone in this zoo must be renamed, except the staffs in this series, which you are letting keep their own name. Look at the guests. They're loving this as well. That's great view, though. Can you imagine seeing that many animals like coming up to the doors? Now, we haven't changed education to feature the giant anteaters, so I'm going to put them in as well on all of the middle panes. And I'm tempted to just leave the education speakers on the capybara. I mean, what's the most important animal? Apparently, the giant anteater is, but the capybara are our first animal, so to me, they're kind of the most important. We'll leave it as it is for now with the education on, because I feel like it'd be weird to have multiple talks going at the same time for like the anteaters, the Maned Wolves and the capybara. Like you hear one and then you walk 2 feet and hear the next. Maybe that's actually just normal, but I like to think that that's kind of the setup we have, is that the automation is on the capybara, and then we'll have educational talks in all of them anyway, and they can buy audio guides. So really, if they want to learn about the animals, we have quite a lot of facilities for it. And guests think the ticket price is good, which maybe suggests it should be 8 and 5. We'll see how that goes. There's lots of damage things, like we can resolve that, and we need a toilet. We do need a toilet for our guests. That's a really good point. Plus, they want more drinks facilities, and that's probably because it's really hot as well. Like it is 33 degrees C right now, which is very warm, so I'm sure they'll be wanting a nice big guest area in the center here, which we'll definitely be adding. For now, they've only got 1 drink shop and 1 food shop, so we do need to improve our provision there. And in fact, let's build ourselves a little guest facility section over here. Now that we've got more guests coming through, I think we can probably have some more guest facilities. So let's add in another drink section, and then I'm going to move the others over here and see if the guests are still happy with it. Because I want to have a few different shops and a nice central eating area, I think, here. So I'm going to start to set out the benches we want. Now, I'm tempted to do it by theme, so I'm going to keep, like, for the continents we're going for, I'm going to keep this side to be kind of South American animals as you come in. So this at least this half of the seating area is going to be South American. And for the South Americans, we have these really cool tables, so I'm going to be using these. Let's dot some of these around. I'm going to delete a path section and start to add in our shops around this. I'm going to add in some water as well to this section. Okay, now we've got 2 drinks and 1 chief beef right here, which should be good. I'm going to edit our work zone and add in the new pip shot water, and then also add the vendor into the central hub that we just got. Now, I'm also just going to train up all our staff, which I'm going to do periodically anyway, because I want everyone to be as trained up as possible, because they just get more efficient, basically. And now we've got more guest drink facilities, so it's looking good. We just need to decorate our little section here. Now, again, I started to build the framework of the building to see how it's going to look, and I wanted to use materials from South America, so I used the bamboo pieces from the South America DLC. And in my head, all of these shops are in one building, so I've just put 1 staff door at the back. And then I added a thatched roof because it was still in the South America DLC items, and I thought it looked cute. And I like the look of the bamboo holding up the roof in our habitat we've built, so I kind of carried that on into this as well. And then I just added a bunch of South America decorations and kind of got crazy with it. And I wanted the staff to have a nice little bamboo walkway to get in and out, and then also put a little garden in for them. Because again, just to bring a little bit of brightness to their day. Okay, so we've just built our new little guest area, which I think looks really cute. And you can see we've got the seating to the side. We've got the chief beef, then we've got 2 drinks. We've got pip shot water and gulpy soda in there, so that should be good. We've kind of kept it in the South American theme, using the pieces from the South American pack. And if we look around the back as well, we've also designed like a little garden area, which I think is cute. Just going to do this all over using like the Africa Grasslands pieces, because it just works with the with the current biome we're in, without doing too much terraforming to the land. If we whack a couple of bins in as well, that's going to help with the litter. So I'm just going to put a few bins just sprinkled around this area because we are going to need some. And we'll move them around as we develop this area a bit more. I'd like to have maybe like 4 structures like this, kind of in a square. I think that would look really cute. And nice big areas to walk around still for our guests. Our little capybara are still doing good in here, just eating their little food. Oh, that's one point actually. Let's have a look at our vet research. Ah, we've done some. Oh, we've done all of it. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, start on the Maned wolves then. The vet research, we've literally done everything. So we get breeding research, we get food enrichment. We've got education boosts again. Oh, we've got probably lots of toys and food level 3. So let's go to our food first. Animals, food. And set their food to food level 3. That's perfect. It's slightly more expensive, but it's better for them again. And they're actually happy with all their enrichment. But, ooh, the inspector's report's here. Still 1 for education, but cleanliness, 5 stars. So we'll improve our education over time. Have we got anything new? We've got plant screen. Ooh, that's interesting. Let's have that over here and have like a little private area for them around there. Then we've got submarine boy. Okay, sure. Let's whack that in our little water play area. It's not really deep enough, actually. I might leave that one out. We've got underwater plant feeder. Oh, interesting. Again, they're going to need probably that to be deeper in order to use it. Let's have a look at what kind of depth we need that to be. I think they're normally like 4 meters deep, which we really don't have. So we may leave it for this habitat. Maybe we'll put it in later. We'll have to see. And oh, they've got water taps. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, so they've got hot water taps, large and small. I think if we add them around like the waterfall area, that'll look quite natural coming out of the rocks. There we go. We've got some hot water taps in there. I think that looks quite cute. There's a jetty bedding platform as well, which I am going to add because sure, let's give them some space to sleep. If they want to sleep, there's a little jetty for them here. Oh, we're about to have baby capybara again. Oh my goodness, what an exciting time. Just as we're adding in more enrichment for them. It's like she could sense it. Oh, she's sitting down now. This is it. There they are. Little Manuel. Oh, that's an adorable name as well. And Sylvia. Okay, well, before we go any further, let's rename them. So Sylvia is going to be called Pancake. And Manuel is going to be called Mango. And he is running like anything. Where are you going? Why are you in such a rush? Oh, is he following his mum to the water? Oh, there you go. He's a good boy. He's doing what he's told. Listen to your mother. Oh, wow. The lights look really cool. We do need to add some lighting to this zoo. I do want to put in lights. I feel like we've done so much in this episode. We've added in 2 new animals into our beautiful little habitat with our capybaras. So now it's a triple threat habitat. We've also moved our 2 guest facilities, and you can see where they used to be. And we put them into a brand new guest facilities area where all our guests are enjoying chief beef, gulpy soda, and pip shot water now. And we've got a little guest seating area outside for them too. And we've built ourselves a brand new, modern, eco-friendly staff building, which is going to be for our animal welfare with our vets. It's going to be for getting new animals with our trade center and quarantine. And crucially, our animal research. We can make sure that all our animals have everything that they need. If you guys like this episode, please give it a like. It really helps the channel out. And I'll see you in the next one.